Greetings, family, conscious entrepreneurs. I'm Sajida Wendy Muhammad, and you are tuned into the hottest series on IG Live. That's the Mo Today series on Black Muslim businesses. And we're going to be joined today with our brother Toure Muhammad. We thought we'd pick a little funky music to bring Brother Toure in on. Brother Toure is a brother I've known and soldiered with for a very long time. I'm so excited to talk to him today. He said he was going to be joining us from the airport. So while you all come on in the room, we'll be waiting on our brother, dear brother. Good afternoon, Terry Maurice Burr, 198. Welcome. Come on in. We're a few minutes early, Brother Lamont. Assalamu alaikum. I thought we'd give people 3 minutes to get into the room while we're waiting on Brother Toure. And we're going to talk to Brother Toure today. You all know he's had so many businesses. He is such an incredible soldier. Ed.Win 5714, welcome. He's had so many businesses. He's an incredible soldier. Great brother, great friend. He helps me out for a lot of different things, graphics, publicity, marketing, you name it. So we're just going to talk about, his vicissitudes of life, as he's been going through the world of business and looking to do for self. So we'll bring him on here in a couple of minutes. Y'all come on into the room and welcome. Let me find out what. He's got so many Instagram accounts. He's helped me with the Black Muslim Business Directory, with the Sajida House Coins. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Jamil. He's helped me with so many graphics and flyers and publishing and posting and writing articles and press releases and all kind of stuff. This is my brother right here, Brother Toure. And he bears the brunt of me and Sister Aletha's jokes all the time, and he takes it at strides. We want to laugh, we just talk about Brother Toure, and he just sits there and laughs right with us. And you all will see his infectious laugh as soon as he gets on here. I'm going to text him and find out where he's going to be joining us from. Let's see. Y'all come on in the room. Because I like to talk to new entrepreneurs. Tanny Deshawn writes, welcome. I like to talk to new entrepreneurs, but I also like to talk to people who have been in this game for a minute, because it's important that we understand. Okay, he's going to be joining us from Bean Soup Times, which is another one of his endeavors. And so y'all come on in the room. Somebody said, Wagwan, how are you doing? Yes, I'm wonderful. I'm loving the box braids. Sister Wendy, thank you so much. Praise be to Allah. Okay, I'm letting him know to just come on in 1 minute, and we'll bring him right on. I'm enjoying a little funkadelic while we're waiting. Brother Jamil, I know you know about funkadelic. Brother said everything's Irie. Okay, I'm feeling that. All right, we're bringing our brother in, the bronze, gold, and beautiful joint. Okay, he just said he's about to join us, and you will see his infectious laugh. So we tease him all the time. We talk about him. He better come on here wearing the right thing. He's like just that brother that everybody needs and has in their life. He's a brilliant brother, good soldier, good, strong, solid, rooted person. And I'm grateful to have him as a friend, and excited to talk to him today about business. Wa alaikum salam, the bronze, the gold, and beautiful. Wa alaikum salam. Thank you for joining us. He also has a television and radio show. What does Brother Toure not do, and has he not done? But we're going to talk about some of the not so obvious things about him today. I want you all to really understand that what you're going through in your business, whether you feel stuck, whether you feel like you don't know what else you're going to do, if you feel like you don't know how you're going to make your next dollar, there are those of us out here that have gone through that and don't mind having conversations that will give you examples of what to do and and what not to do. Okay, so let's see. Let's invite him. I think he's ready. There we go. All right, so he'll be on here in a few. So welcome, Charlize Mighty. She joined us. Assalamu alaikum. Waved at you. Okay. Praise be to Allah. We're excited. Listen, while we're waiting on Brother Toure, let me give y'all a couple of announcements, okay? Join the Saja Circle of Winners. All you have to do is text DO for Self, DO the number 4 SELF to 855-574-9099. I am working on my studio. We're ready, and we're going to be launching some webinars that are going to correspond with the chapters of my book. So we're going to be talking about money psychology. We're going to be talking about emotional intelligence. We're going to be giving you mental strategies on how to navigate the grafting process that exists in the business world today. And so, we got a note saying Brother Toure was unable to join. Let's invite him again. Let's see. All right. That's that one. And then, what else? We got Friday, which is a big day for the House Museum. Oh, there he is. What are you doing, Brother?
Wa alaikum salam. How you doing?
You just busting the live with the mask all in the film.
Hey, I'm walking through the airport. You got me screaming wa alaikum salam through the airport.
Well, that's good. Now they know not to mess with you. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's how it go, right? I was at the DMV. They was like, "Can you take off your head thing?" I said, "I'm a Muslim. Give me that."
That's right. That's right.
That's how that go. How are you doing, sir?
Man, I am doing excellent today. How about yourself?
Good. Where are you off to these days, if you don't mind letting us know?
No, I'm coming back home. I'm coming back to Chicago right now.
Okay. Well, welcome back to the Shy.
I'm looking for a little corner I can jump in.
I'm sure you'll find one. If you're at Midway, there's a few of them there.
No, I'm in Atlanta.
Oh, you're in Atlanta?
I'm at Hartsfield.
Okay.
You know, Hartsfield is deep, boy.
Mm-hmm. It is. That's a huge airport.
Yeah, it is. It is. But it's packed. You know, it's a lot of people in here.
Yeah. Well, you know what, Brother Toure? I'm just excited to talk to you today. I was trying to figure out how long I've known you, and I couldn't figure that out. But
oh, man, it's been a minute, hasn't it?
I know, right? We worked on so many different projects today, and I was talking about from the e-blast to the press releases to the coins to the flyers.
Right.
You know, and there's so many things that a lot of people know about. But I want to talk today about just things that people don't know about Brother Toure, and primarily ask you to kind of go into some of the vicissitudes of life as an entrepreneur that will really help people with tools and strategies that they can use so that they can skip some of the, or I should say this, shorten the learning curve that we had to navigate through, because we really just didn't have anybody there kind of pulling us along and helping us. And so, you know, one of my goals is to just say, hey, let me see what I can do. I forgot about you helping me with the Black Muslim Business Directory. I mean, it just meant so much. And I just want to thank you, Letha's not on here, for always being the brunt of our jokes.
Hey, I'm thick-skinned. I can handle it.
Okay. You know, so Brother Toure, talk to me about where have you had to go in your mind to have the staying power in business that you've had over the years?
Well, wow, that's a beautiful question. I think it initially starts with watching our dear minister, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan.
That's right.
Right? And seeing his conviction, seeing him stay on the course. And that keeps me going, because I know that what we're doing is my reflection of what I'm learning in the Nation of Islam.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, excuse me one second. This mask kind of cloggy, boy.
I know it's hard to talk and walk, and I understand.
Right. So, every time I thought about giving up, every time I thought about stopping, I would look at him and I would look at his love and his commitment. And then the other thing, of course, is to just reconsider why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yes.
Right. And at the core, our desire is to help our community become stronger. It's to uplift our community and to teach our business owners about marketing and to help, create a space where we can learn and grow without the trappings, if you will, of the general corporate structure of business. Right? We're not the same, right? And we don't learn the same. And if we don't recognize the what can I say? If we recognize and separate the principles from the culture, then we can grow better, right? So let me see. I'm thinking behind over here. I had one mask on. They gave me this other mask because it didn't wrap around my ears.
Oh, okay.
So that's the one that's all fluffy.
Well, make sure you're at least
cotton.
several feet
It's
from
got a
other
lot of cotton.
people. Be
Oh,
safe.
yeah, I'm good. I'm
no
12
one else
feet.
around you.
I'm at least 12 feet away
Okay.
from somebody else. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So
you said you looked at the minister and you would look at, and I think about that too, his steadfastness, his commitment, because in the process of him just rebuilding the nation, there's so many principles that we can learn as business owners.
That's right.
And so looking at how he stayed dealing with just, discomfort, dis-ease, backstabbing, having some help one day and other help another day, and those of us taking the comfort to go and come, and and he just hangs in there and stays in there, and he is still going, and he is still in love with Black people as he was in 1955, if not more.
That's right. That's right. Yep, that's absolutely right. And so how can you not keep going? Right? When you have excuse me, when you have that message and that man before you. And my entrepreneur journey started with the Final Call newspaper.
Okay.
Right? It started with going out there with the brothers.
Yes.
And being turned down, right? Being talked about, being teased for being in Atlanta with a suit on.
Skills, right?
That's right. So that excuse me. This mask, man, was terrible.
I know it chokes you up, and then once you get back to the fresh air, sometimes it takes a minute. We weren't meant to be breathing in our own air all the time like that. So that's a real issue.
Right.
So you got your sales skills from Final Call newspaper. You learned how to get some thick skin. Where were you when you learned this?
So I started off in Atlanta. I joined the nation, even though I'm from Chicago. I joined the nation in Atlanta, Georgia. And being on them streets and here, man, with some of our people in the South, in the early 90s, it wasn't no joke. We didn't have the visibility that we have now.
Right.
So it was really you was something new that if you wasn't around during the time of Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, you was seeing the FOI for the first time. But that the way that we came into the nation and the pledge card.
Yes.
Right. The pledge card. Before that, I wanted to be a movie maker. I was trying to follow in Spike Lee's footsteps. And then I heard and took that pledge when I joined the nation that we would strive to build schools, farms, hospitals, and enter international trade and commerce for the good of ourselves, our family, and our community and our people. And salute to you for being the first one to build that hospital. Absolutely. So that was a tremendous shift in my thinking, right? And so from then on, from having a side hustle when I was working at the Final Call newspaper, selling bean pies and Final Calls, and having accounts. I used to take the bean pies around the Moo and Oink, and had accounts in different places. And then I started the Bean Soup Times newspaper back in 2001. And when I think about it now, it was a tremendous blessing to be taught in the FOI,
Yes.
to start the Steal Away program, right? To start doing something on the side that you could build that could eventually you could steal away from your job.
Project
Exodus, absolutely. Oh yeah. I used to have that clean and fresh products, but we was moving all that. So all of these things were the foundation, and that's why I cannot forget, the foundation that I started on. And that's why, we still go out. I'm still out there with that Final Call to this day, because that's the foundation that started me and gave me my birth.
And that helps you to sharpen your skills, because, when you continue to sell, it's nothing like getting out in front of your customers. Very similar to the example that we were given with our Savior, Master Father Muhammad, who was going door to door.
Come on.
Selling silks.
That's right.
And, every business that I've ever started, I started it pounding the pavement. I was pounding pavement in Chicago as a real estate agent. There ain't a street or block that I have not memorized or that I don't know in that great city, door to door, because I was in the office. And because of religious discrimination, the people didn't want, and these were people that looked like me. They had clicks and referrals and all that stuff, but they didn't give me none. So I had to get out and go door to door. But the blessings that I received from that, even when we built the hospital in Maryland, prior to that, to get the patient base up, we were sitting there and insurance companies wouldn't refer to us, and other doctors wouldn't. They would give us the crappy stuff like that happened in the middle of the night that nobody wanted to deal with. And so literally, we mimicked what you all do as FOI and Final Call. And we went to every wellness center, every nursing home, every retirement home, door to door to door, talking to our people about cardiovascular disease. And we ended up building up to the point where we ended up building the $20 million hospital.
Wow.
So I wanted to just commend you and how you just kept going with working with the people. You got Black Chicago Eats. That's one of my favorite ventures of yours.
Yes, absolutely. And, that came from the people, really. Someone called me and put a challenge out to me to make a list of Black-owned restaurants. And from there, we produced a website directory. We did a course to Taste of Black Chicago 2 years in a row. Inshallah, we'll see how what Allah has in store for us next year. Yeah. And maybe we'll have it back next year. But, the creativity has been, I thank Allah for it, because that's part of what keeps you going. I see Brother Jamil in the comments. Shout out to my brother Jamil.
Yeah. What has been your biggest challenge, Brother Toure? Because I know we're talking and some people are going, yeah. Things went quiet. I didn't know if they were changing their mind or if that was some kind of game, because I was going to be the first Black woman in that office, and I didn't know. And I remember speaking to him, and he picked up the phone right there. And he said, listen, I am one of your minority clients, my chemical distribution. And if you all don't hire this girl and give her offer letter right away, then I'm taking my business somewhere else. And I got a call that next day.
Man, angel right there for you.
Yeah, after having been strung along, I didn't put myself, I moved. I was there, and I remember I was taking another job. I was waiting tables and working at an insurance company and thinking, man, maybe they're not going to really hire me. And I had been there almost 7 months. But what I later learned is that my real reason for being there eventually was to accept the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. But I didn't know that at the time. I was just mad.
Right.
Them to hurry up and hire me. And, I remember just going there and joining a team of young white auditors who didn't know no more than me. We was all wet behind the ears trying to figure out, looking like teenagers in there, and I'm sure people were probably saw us coming into their companies and thought, what are they going to do? But as Black people, we need that chance. So I would agree with you in terms of telling people, seek out that mentorship. Tell somebody. You never know who can make a phone call.
That's right.
I have another question for you, Brother Toure. So who is Brother Toure?
I don't know. When you meet him, let me know.
That's a loaded question, right?
It is. Wow. I'm a father. I am a follower of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad under the leadership and guidance of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. I'm a brother, you know, professionally, you know, of course, I see a connection in everything that I've done, even though it appears to be disjointed, right? Everything I do, from journalism to being through Times, has always been about creating opportunities for people to share their story, right? And that's been through print, through the digital space, and I'm still doing that same thing. Writing books, of course. I wrote the chronology of our history, and I just wrote a children's book, The Boy King Who Loved Ice Cream, and it features Sean Michelle's homemade ice cream.
Look at
You
that. Look
know,
at our culture.
so it's storytelling, right? That's pretty much what I've always been about, is telling other people's story. So it's not always easy for me to talk about me, because I don't tell my story a lot. But that's kind of who I am, you know, brother from the South Side of Chicago, and still love Chicago, and but you know, want to explore the world, knowing that every square inch, all 196,940,000 square miles of this earth is ours. But
And all
Chicago's
roads
home.
lead back to Chicago.
They always do.
All roads lead back to Chicago.
That's right.
And we know this, right?
That's right.
So you mentioned that you played baseball with Brother Yaya. Where was this at? Tell us about how you grew up.
So this was on the South Side of Chicago. My uncle was the coach of the Chiefs, and it was, you know, a little league baseball team. And I was kind of on the team because they was trying to, you know, just keep me busy, keep me out of trouble. But I really like basketball more than baseball. But Yaya he had some heat, you know, and I had some athleticism that kept me on the team, but I wasn't passionate about baseball. So I grew up on the South Shore end, really around the block from where Kanye says he grew up. And I would ask him, I'm like, man, I don't remember him, but he was 10 years younger. He was 10 years younger than us, right? I'm like, he wasn't on that block. So he might have been a shorty at the time. I already seen him running around. But, born and raised pretty much in South Shore, a little time in Chatham area, and went to Morehouse College after I graduated from high school. And, you know, a lot of different experiences growing up in Chicago. And this is why I love this city. It makes you or break you, you know, in many ways. But, some wonderful experiences.
All right.
So was that enough? Was that enough?
No, not really, but that's okay. That's all right. I know how to get you, but I'm going to leave you alone right now. All right.
Come on, get me.
No, it's okay. Morehouse College. I know you had a relationship with Minister Abdul Malik at a certain point.
Man, that was my man. Still my man. I just talked to him a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
I think my connection and staying power, if you will, in the Nation of Islam was because of the foundation of brotherhood that he really was the spearhead of on the college campus. You know, because
great brother Toure. Yes. I don't know how often we celebrate one another, but Brother Abdul Malik, even, you know, when we started the directory, something just said, call Brother Tony, call Brother Abdul Malik, and call him, and he helped us kick off and launch the directory. He wasn't asking for nothing. He knew we was just kind of budding directory, trying to get things going. And
that's right.
You know, whenever things have gotten rough, even during Savior's Day, when all the laborers were in town, Brother Abdul Malik, Brother Abdul Halim came by Sajda House and prayed with me and supported me. And he's just a good brother. So to have met him, for you to have met him when you were a young college student, that's a blessing.
Yep, absolutely. He was the right combination I needed because, he very spiritual and was a student minister, of course, and we rolled with him. But he had enough if in the righteous way, he had enough gangster in him. He had enough
Edge,
he
enough edge,
had he had enough edge that I could
because your
roll
little
with him.
bad
'Cause I
butt
wasn't
coming
rolling
from
with no goofies.
Chicago. Hmm.
Like, who was this dude? Oh yeah, he cool. He cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but absolutely. Um, it was, man, we had some good times in Atlanta on that college campus sharing the word. And of course it was so many during that era from Dr. Wesley to Brother Saad. It was Wakil. It was a huge group of us that really came at the same time
Hmm.
and helped be each other's strength and
Right.
support in that environment. Because
Hmm.
that was our first time being off on our own.
Y'all
So
cutting up. That group you just named, I'm already knowing y'all was down there cutting up.
man, brother, Dr. Wesley was the same way he is now.
Okay.
Man, and he was a 5%er, so he knew the lessons better than those of us who just joined the nations.
Hmm.
So we asked him questions. I'm like, bro, I don't know what you talking about, man. He all the problem
He
book.
was
I
giving
said,
y'all the business back then, huh?
man, he was reciting. Well, he knew all the lessons. I'm like, I ain't got that lesson yet, brother.
They giving them to us in strips. We didn't get the whole book.
Right, exactly. I'm like, what is that? He all in the problem book.
So, Brother Toure, I know we worked on a number of projects together, and there's two that significantly stand out. And I want to ask you first, what does the Black Muslim Business Directory mean to you? And then what does the Elijah Muhammad House Museum mean to you?
Oh, beautiful. So, first of all, the directory. All these years that I've been marketing and promoting, it's been often for businesses that are not Muslim businesses.
Hmm.
So, and we've always been talking about where are the Muslim businesses, right? Sometimes the people ask that because, especially those that were around during the time of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, they have a perception of what that should look like,
Right.
right? And they're looking for, no, we don't see nothing on 79th Street. We don't see nothing here. We don't see the bank. We don't see these things. And so to be able to pull together all of the Muslim businesses, so for one, to be surprised and so pleasantly happy to see so many believers
Oh, beautiful.
doing for self and doing some incredible creative things, everything from creating hair and skincare products to, doing global business, right, on the international level. So it's been so inspiring to know what the believers are doing and then to be able to have a space where everybody can come to know what those businesses are and to
Mhm.
engage them, to learn from them, to support them and patronize them. Man, it's really a dream come true.
Mhm.
So it is so critical and important, I think, to building our economy, right, and rebuilding and building further the economic blueprint, right. That now, God willing, many of us have been able to. How can I say this? We've put attention on the spiritual aspect and don't ignore the spiritual, and so now we can build the economic without forsaking the spiritual,
Mhm.
right? And I think that's, of course, is going to be so critical, as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said, to our longevity
Mhm.
and to building things and not focus on just the building of business, but on the building of people, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
and so excited about that. And then the coin, right? That's what you asked next. The sick thing was about the coin, right?
Well, it was the house, but that's okay if the coin
The
is
house.
important to you too, because
It's
we
all
know you
tied.
help with this design.
Right. That's right. That's right. It's all tied. So the house, now I used to do security
Yes.
at the palace, and we would hear stories sometimes, and sometimes people would walk past and talk about the house next door to the palace
Mhm.
that used to be owned by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And when you first start hearing it, I got to confirm this with somebody because all this is new, and we didn't really know that back then.
Mhm.
Um, and so then to hear about the stories of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad in that home. And now it's making sense, because when you look at some of those pictures, I'm like, that house don't look like the palace. Right now, okay, now it's starting to make sense.
Now I
These
understand where
historical
that was.
things was done next door. And so to watch it over the years, to, I think at one point somebody was living there in the early 90s,
Mm-hmm.
right? But then to see the house is sitting there, to, see it deteriorate, to see no one taking care of it. Man, it was just painful, to think about what had happened in that house. So when I found out that you had purchased a home, and because I had been hearing stories about other people, some of the family members, trying to get the home, and but it always never panned out. It was still just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, man, somebody got to take charge of this post, because this is part of our temple right here, right? So
Oh yeah.
when you purchased it, and that was it was very heartwarming and exciting, and then to hear your vision for it, to hear the care, and to learn about the value you're putting on restoring it, and keeping everything intact as much as possible, right? All these things. It's just, my major, I'm minored in history. I mean, I'm minored in journalism, but majored in history.
Oh.
So history is always been dear and important to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the reason I got into journalism, right? When I found out how many stories and history is told from the firsthand accounts of the media, right? And I'm like, hell, we in trouble now, because look at this media, how much the media lies. We need our own journalists, right?
It's time to monetize our
It's
own.
time. That's right. So, from a historical standpoint, for you to secure that building, and then to not only be refurbishing and restoring the beauty of the building, but then to make it a place and a source for the remembrance of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and others who crossed his path, and other business owners, and not just to remember to say, oh, that was great for yesterday, but to also learn from them, and then bring in modern business owners and entrepreneurs who can help take this new wave of entrepreneurs to the next level. Man, I love it. I love what you're doing, and I'm thankful to be, part of it in any kind of way to help you with this awesome vision and mission.
Praise be to Allah. And thank you for helping with, when I first came up with this coin idea, I know people were looking at me like I was a little crazy. I said, let's take the copper from the building and let's make some coins. And it took me, I don't know, a long time, several months, to find a refinery that would do it. And I remember when I called you and said, Brother Toure, can you help me to design it? This is what I want on it. This is how I want it to look, and blah, blah, blah. And you were like, oh, okay, when you need this by? I said, tomorrow. But the reason being, Brother Toure, which I later told you, was because I have been shopping and shopping for so long, but no one was ever serious enough to say, send me your design. So when she said, I can probably get this in on my next run, send me that design, can you send it now? All I could think of was like, who can I call and convince to do this for me? Brother Toure.
I took a deep breath and said, I got you.
You did. You did. You said, okay, I got you. But listen.
Mind you, when I said that, I believed it, but I didn't know how it was gonna happen.
Yeah, because I remember you sent me something back. I said, that's cute, Brother Toure, but could you put your spirit into it? But when you put your spirit into it, you ended up incorporating. Because see, I have this thing of, I get inspired and Allah tells me to do something, and then I have to find somebody who I can transfer that to. And normally all the things that he says he wants in it, I'm telling you, like, and could you add this, and can you put that, and can you put this? And y'all looking at me like, okay, she is really, really crazy. But I'm not that crazy, because we got coins now, right?
Man, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I never doubt you for a minute.
I thank you, and I thank you for your support. We're working on making NFTs out of this.
Yes, I saw that. That's the
So
business.
each one has its own individual barcode. And so we'll
Hmm.
be able to, we're working right now with a consultant to help us register each of these. So if you have a coin, you have a registered number that will become an NFT, and that's how we can identify you. So my suggestion is get these coins, get as many as you can while they last, because we only have so much copper. And then,
That's right.
you know, you should also know, Brother Toure, that on Friday, and I know you're into history, is the final step, step 8 of the inclusion of the Elijah Muhammad House on the National Historic Register.
Come on. That's what I'm talking about. That's
And that's
beautiful.
on Friday at 10 a.m. I'm going to post a link so people
Okay.
can listen live.
You can listen live. Okay, beautiful.
And a lot of people, you know, when you're doing something that's never been done before, people don't know. And so some people get scared and they die. They're like, why would they care about that? But this is a big deal.
It is. That's huge.
It's a big deal. And,
Yep.
you know, we're going to, and then after that at 10, that's going to happen at 10. And then at 3, and I'd love for you to chime in on the live on 3 to 5. Brother Jamil and I are going to be just hosting a live and talking about the historical significance of the home.
Oh,
And
beautiful. Absolutely. I'm tuning in.
God willing, we'll have a victory
You
under our
talking about the
belt.
newlywed, Brother
The
Jamil?
newlywed Brother Jamil, that's what I'm talking about. You know,
Congratulations.
he don't be commenting and stuff. You know, he used to be bored. He didn't have nothing to do. He be on here just filling up the chat. Now he, you know, he's more dignified, and we have to give him his, you know, his space as king now. You know,
That's right. That's right.
he's still Uncle Chip, so. But yeah,
That's my
so
man. I
we're gonna
love him. I
post
love
that.
that brother.
He said that he loved you. He said you were a beautiful brother. He actually texted
He's
me
always been
before.
encouraging too. From the day one with Bean Soup Times, he's
Hmm.
always been encouraging, and he's been one of those people that keep you going too.
Yeah,
Always been supportive, and man, I love that man.
great support,
Yep.
great big brother. Always has been, still, you know, still is, and he's been a great support on the Sajda House team, and bringing him in just help giving encouragement. It's just awesome. So I'm excited, Brother Toure, to be walking in the volume of the book with you, following these great men who are walking
That's
through
right.
the volume of the book. So we got to be
That's
walking
right.
too, because we following
Huh.
them, right?
That's right.
And
That's right.
and I'm grateful for us to be making history together and walking
Absolutely.
through history together. So congratulations on everything that you're doing. Where can people go to get your products and services? You got books, you got services you do. Give us the website that people can check you out. You got a show that I know I've been on a few times.
Yep. Yep. Well, they can, of course, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and we put all the information on there on Bean Soup Times. They can go to Bean Soup Media for information about our services, and they can get the book on Amazon.
So if they go to @BeanSoupTimes right here on IG.
Right.
Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
We put, matter of fact, there's a link in there on my IG page to everything.
Okay, good. So
Yep.
go to @BeanSoupTimes, click the link in the bio, and you can learn all about our Brother Toure. You know, when you are creative people like Brother Toure and like myself, you get people saying, well, what do you do? And who are you? we just following the spirit.
That's right. That's right.
And following that spirit, Allah blesses us with being able to have that money, good homes, friendships, and all walks of life. So thank you,
Come
Brother
on.
Toure, for finding a corner in the airport
Absolutely.
to be a part of this. I appreciate you very much.
Man, it's an absolute pleasure. You know, I appreciate you. Thank you for all that you're doing and continue to do, and look forward to however I can continue to be of service. And man, let's help our people. Let's make this money and build.
That's right. That's right. Let's
Yeah,
build.
I want to be I want to help with the next hospital too.
Oh
So
yeah.
I know you got some more coming.
It's in the works. It's in the gestational stages. Don't even worry about it. But I know I
Even I
got you.
come in there and be a guinea pig. I come in there, y'all can prick me.
We
Make
ain't
sure everything working. Make
we
sure
ain't
the
gonna
X-ray machine working.
we ain't gonna do that to you, Brother Toure. Thank you, thank you for your support. Thank you for your steadfastness. Thank you for just being you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate you and love you.
Assalamu alaikum and safe travels. Love you more.
Wa alaikum salam.